This is Mr. Adam Salah. Today we are going to talk about chapter 1 in N1, which is numbers and operation. Okay, it is just about how to deal with operations, basic operations, and how to calculate simple logarithmic operations, PEMDAS, how you can connect between powers or exponents. We can see that inshallah in the questions. Okay, first of all, we can see question 1 is just telling me that the absolute value, check this, the absolute value, as you can see, of absolute value of -3 minus absolute value of -4 minus absolute value of -5, it's equal to how much? Okay, first of all, think about how you can simplify in till out. Okay, what do you mean, mister? It means like this. Check this with me now. So if I want to write in then out, that's going to be its absolute value, mister, as you can see here. Fine. Absolute value of 3, which is going to be 3. Okay, mister, because we know that the absolute value, it turns the negative numbers to positive numbers. Remember this. Okay, and the second one, which is going to be -4. Oops. Okay, there are minus, mister, and some students tell me that, mister, negative, positive, be careful. Okay, there's an absolute operation here, which is what the absolute value here. So this is -4 is going to be 4. So in this case, 3 minus 4 and minus the absolute value of 5, -5 is going to be 5. And guess what? After this, 3 minus 4 minus 5 is going to be 3 minus 4, -1. -1 minus 5, it's going to be -6. Okay, so at the end, the absolute value, which was surrounding the whole absolute values here, okay, so the absolute value of -6 is going to be 6. Okay, wait before the second question. Okay, welcome again. Question 2. Now, there are certain words I need to be careful and how to use it in M1. Okay, like what is the product? Product is the multiplication of two variables, numbers, whatever you can find there. It's the product you multiply. And the quotient, it's the division. Okay, so such question, if you can see here, check this with me. What is the sum of the product and quotient of -5 and 5? Check this. What is the sum? It means that after you simplify what, mister? Check this. What is the sum of what? The product, stage 1, stage 2, the quotient, okay? After we get the product and the quotient, we can have now what? The sum of which numbers? The -5 and 5. So the first step, you need to just, focus here. The product of -5 and 5, so -5 times 5 is equal to how much? -25. That's stage 1. Stage 2, the quotient of the numbers. Okay, -5 over 5, this is stage 1. Stage 2, -5 over 5 is going to be -1, as you can see here. So stage 1, -25, stage 2, -1. Then what is the sum of these two numbers? Just remember, in numbers and operation, if you add two negative numbers, the answer is going to be negative. So in this case, -1 plus -25, okay, -1 plus -25, we get at the end how much? -26, okay, which is choice A, okay? So this is one of the tricks that we can find in the ACT exam, okay? Just relax, you can solve it, just you need to simplify the question. Let's go for question 3. Okay, question 3. Okay, now we are dealing with exponent. Okay, check this. If I'm solving exponent question, it's telling me if 7 power A times 7 power B is equal to 7 power C over 7 power D. Okay, what do you want? Okay, check this. What is D in terms of A, B, and C? So just remember, what is D? It means that I want to put D as a subject. D should be as a subject. Okay, based on the rules, I know that If you multiply, we add powers. Just remember this, a power n times a power m. Since I'm having the same base, which is a, is going to be a power n plus m. And a power n over a power m is going to be a power n minus m. Okay, so a power n times a power m is going to be a power n plus m. That's if you multiply exponent, okay, we add powers. And if you divide, okay, we subtract powers. Remember this. So I want to apply this to the question. What I get here. Check this, guys. So first step, okay, 7 power a times 7 power b is going to be what? It's going to be 7 power a times 7 power b, mister. That's going to be, okay, check this. That's going to be 7 power a plus b. And in another hand, 7 power c over 7 power d, 7 power c over 7 power d, that's going to be, mister, 7 power c minus d, okay? Which means that, sorry, just want to fix this, okay, minus d, that's going to be, in this case, I'm equaling this with this. Based on the first step, just I merged the powers, so I have 7 power a plus b equal to 7 power c minus d. So in this case, second step that I'm going to solve now, it is 7 power a plus b that we said equal to, sorry, a plus b equal to 7 power c minus d, as you can see here. Fine. What else? What's the next step? Since we have the same base, the power equal the power. So in this case, a plus b is equal c minus d. Now we go for algebra 1. Solving, okay, simplifying and putting the subject, okay, which one I want to put the subject is going to be d. So the first step, there are many ways how to solve this. You add, subtract. The basic one and the fastest way, we shift d to the other side, as you can see here. So that's going to be d plus a plus b is equal to c. D plus a plus b is equal to c. Then after that, I want to make d alone as a subject. We shift a and we shift b. The second stage is going to be we shift a and we shift b. Then after that, we say that d is equal c minus a minus b. We change the signs. Okay, that's the fastest way how we can solve such questions. Okay, so in this case, guys, okay, the multiple choice that which suits what I'm saying, we said that it's equal, d equals c minus a minus b. So it is c minus a minus b, the choice is b. Okay, for question 4, just remember something. Sometimes the questions may be like it's really complicated or you don't understand the language. Somehow, yes, we are familiar with such questions, but maybe the question needs only just small steps and an easy solution to complete. Check this. Now, let's tell me the question, okay, when a positive integer n is divided by 7. An integer means whole number, either it's negative, 0 or positive. So, divided by 7, the remainder is 4. What is the remainder when n squared is divided by 7? So, just remember something, okay? Before the question is telling me what is the remainder, okay, when n squared is divided by 7, just keep it late, like at the last stage. Let's start with the first stage. First stage, what is n? It's a number that I divide by 7, it gives me 4. Remember something. 7 divides 7, 1. Okay, no remainder. 8 divides 7, Mister, that can't be. Yes, 8 divides 7. So if you have, like, make a long division, 8 divides 7, Mister, 1 times 7, 7, and the remainder 1. Opa. Okay, after that, if we say 9 divides 7, it's still 1. 1 times 7, 7, the remainder is what? 2. Okay, keep going. If we say 10 divides 7, 1 times 7, 7, and the remainder is what? 3. Okay, keep going. The last stage, 11 divides 7 is what? Is 1. 1 times 7, 7, and the remainder is what? 4. So, is it 11? Yes. When we divide 11, okay, on 7, okay, 11 by 7, what we get? We get 1. What's the remainder? Remainder 4. And that's the question is like aiming for this. Check this with me. When the positive integer n is divided by 7 means 11. Divide 7, what I get? I get 4. Okay, now next stage, now I figure it out. The answer is 11. But the question is telling me what is the remainder, okay, when n square, I already have n which is equal to 11, right? So n square, mister, is equal to 121. Okay, I divide that by how much? By 7. So if we do 121 divide 7, we get what? 17. 17 times 7, we get 119. So 121 minus 119, we get what? 2. That's the stage how you solve the question. Okay, remember always, you need to organize your work so that you can understand how you can solve it. Last question for session 1 today, which is that if I want to solve this very basic one, I can use a calculator to solve such question. But remember, always what I'm doing is I always learn the manual way. Why? Because not all the questions in the M1 or M2, okay, are just straightforward using a calculator. No, you need to work out with your hands. Sometimes it contains like letters, okay, sometimes half calculator, half handwriting, so you need to work it out. So log, okay, 1 over 100, okay, which is equal to, it's log 1 over 10 power negative 2, right? Just let me make it clear. Log 1 over 100, it means same log 1 over 10 power 2. And in the exponent, okay, like tools and tricks that I need to understand and remember always, when I just move the 10 power 2 to the numerator, that's going to be log what? 10 power negative 2. And one of the things that I need also to take care of, since the log doesn't have anything as indication for the base, there is nothing in the base, that means the log, what's the base of the log? Is 10, okay? So in this case, the base is 10. Okay, mister. So after that, one of the, okay, things that I need to understand, I need to be careful with while solving a question, that log 10, base 10, they have the same base is equal to the 10, which is 10 base 10. That's going to be cancelled and is equal to 1. And the answer in this case is equal negative 2. As you can see here, right? Okay, that's one of the main rules for logarithms operation. As I said, this is an operation, okay, a numbers chapter, which is for the N1. The last thing I'm going to say about like a hint, a trick, okay, that comes like many times in the N1, which is the word consecutive, okay? The word consecutive. Consecutive means, okay, after each other. Give me 3 consecutive numbers. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, as like use algebra, variables, x plus 1, x plus 2. Put 1 plus 1, 2. 1 plus 2, 3. So yes, 1, 2, 3. That if I'm asking you for a normal integer. Remember that, okay? What if I say, give me 3 consecutive even numbers? What do you mean? It means that 2, 4, 6. 4, 6, 8. So in this case, remember, as the algebra way, it's x plus 2, x plus 4. You put 2 as x. 2, okay, the second one, 2 plus 2, 4. The second one, 2 plus 4, 6. Yes, it's 2, 4, 6. Just expressing that, that I can use it in the word problem. Expressing that in algebra, it's x plus 2, x plus 4. One more thing, okay, can I use this for odd numbers, mister? Yes, of course you can use it. Why? Because if I say 1 as x, what about the other one? 1 plus 2, 3. And 1 plus 4, 5. Is this odd numbers? Yes. So I can use this rule for what? for also odd numbers. So consecutive means after each other 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, even 2, 4, 6, 4, 6, 8. Well, okay. Odd 1, 3, 5, 3, 5, 7. Okay. But the rules for normal numbers, x plus 1, x plus 2. For even and odd numbers, it's x plus 2, x plus 4. Okay, thank you very much for watching this. See you later in the chapter 2 M1 lesson. Goodbye.